Left San Diego this morning with the Sprinter, and well, it's not the Transit, so far fewer amenities. It is my work van, so I don't have much in here, but I'll give you the quick little tour. I'm currently about 3 hours south of Shasta, and I'm gonna try to make it there tomorrow. Probably spend a couple days there, and then gotta be in Bend in 2 days for a pickup that's going to Seattle. So I'm gonna try to do that, pick up that stuff, go to Seattle, and then fly back and get the Transit and the girls. Because I don't want to spend too much time in this oven of a van. There's no insulation, no windows, no fans. It's brutal right now. Right now it's night, so it's not too bad, but during the day, trying to nap or just rest has been awful, to say the least. So, but yeah. So not much was recorded beyond that point. The next morning, I continued to a spot I found on iOverlander near Mount Shasta, and the view was beautiful driving in. However, once I had reached the spot that I was trying to go to, there was someone else in a small SUV there, and there wasn't that much nearby in the area of like other spots. It was pretty burned out from wildfires or something, so it's mostly just grass and like burnt trees. Anyway, I continued further up the road and I couldn't find anything. I'd gone pretty far and I was getting frustrated, and it was like 7 in the morning and I just wanted to like relax and be done, so I pulled off onto a grassy area. I did not check or get out to check the structural integrity of the ground before pulling onto this grassy spot, and so I immediately realized as soon as I did it that I had screwed up, and the van began sinking into the dirt. It was like quicksand, and so that's how we ended up here. So I have no recovery equipment with me. I do have my four-wheelers, 2 of these, and a piece of plywood. I'll have to see. Hopefully that's gonna do the trick. I'm gonna try to be helpful here, because there's no one out here. Luckily I do have service, so worst case scenario, tow truck, but let's try to avoid that. I think that would be good. I want to do it myself. Moral of the story here is trust your gut. If you think a road is too sketchy for your horrible Sprinter, it probably is. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't go down those sketchy, soft dirt roads. It's not worth it. I also left all of my recovery equipment in the Transit, because why would I need it in the Sprinter? The Sprinter's the only one that gets stuck. Let's figure this one out. I tried lifting the van from the back and trying to slide my plywood or four-wheeler under the one wheel that's stuck, but I can't lift the van. I can lift it, surprisingly. I cannot lift it and push the plywood under, and there's no one else out here, so I'm kind of like stuck on that. I do have one more idea I'm gonna try, I think, before I call a tow truck, because I'm so close and I'm gonna be so frustrated with myself if I can't like make it this last little stretch and end up having to call a tow truck. So, but I have one more idea. I think that I can jack up that part of the van using the plywood, one of the pieces of plywood, and then slide the other underneath the wheel, and that might just be enough to get me out. We'll see. But I'm gonna sit here for a second because I'm overheating. It's blazing hot, and there's a lot of flies outside, and I'm very frustrated, so I need a minute, and then we'll go try this again. So the ending to the Sprinter getting stuck up by Mount Shasta, my little idea with the plywood and the jack didn't end up working. I think it would have, but the wheel was so deep that even jacked up fully, I couldn't get plywood or anything under the wheel. So I ended up having to call a tow truck. I gave in. I tried everything on my own to get out and couldn't cut it, so I ended up calling a tow truck. It was like maybe $300, something like that. And the guy was super nice. Definitely saved my butt that day. I'm very grateful. He was quick. Showed up in like 30 minutes, even though I was like off a Forest Service road in the middle of nowhere. He knew exactly where I was. And he pulled me out, and I continued on my way to Bend. My client in Bend has just asked to start tonight instead of tomorrow morning. So we are going to be loading at 9 o'clock, which is in about 5 minutes. Just a few blocks away. So I'm going to head over there. I already packed up everything in the van, so it's empty back there. And it's time to go to work. And then I'm just going to drive through the night to Seattle. And I guess I'm stuck with the stuff all day tomorrow until we can unload tomorrow evening. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do all day tomorrow because I'm going to have this guy's stuff in the back, but figure it out. Almost in Seattle. Almost halfway done with this trip. That much closer to going back to my actual bed and Mirshko and Nema, because I miss my girls. So my plan was to spend the summer in Seattle, and when I got there, I just wasn't feeling it, and I wanted something new. And so I spent about a week there, and as soon as that was done, I decided to head towards Colorado and spent the next week or so driving the Sprinter through Montana and Wyoming and Colorado and having a blast with all that. Now I'm finally in Colorado. Obviously got the Transit here as well. The girls are inside. We're having a blast, and I don't regret it. Colorado's great. Sorry this week's video was a little bit choppy. It was a stressful 3 weeks traveling around. 2 weeks in the Sprinter, which was hard enough, and then we broke down in the Transit in the Mojave Desert. It's been a long 3 weeks, and I will try to have better footage going forward, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope you guys have a great week. For the